Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Flow podcast. I am your host, Lucas. I am so happy to see you here today. Today, we have a very special episode for you. We are going to learn English with a story. Stories are the best way to learn a new language. They are fun and they help you remember words. Today's story is called The Airport Conversation That Changed His Life. It is a story about travel, talking to strangers, and finding happiness. Before we start the story, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Click the red button and turn on the bell. When you subscribe, you help us make more free English lessons for you. Are you ready? Let's begin the story. Tom was at the airport. It was a very big airport in London. There were many people everywhere. Some people were walking fast. Some people were walking slow. Tom looked at the big windows. He saw many airplanes outside. The airplanes were very big and white. It was a sunny day, but Tom was not happy. He was tired. He had a heavy suitcase. His back hurt. He wanted to go home. He looked at his watch. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He looked at the big screen on the wall. The screen showed the flight times. Tom looked for his flight. He saw the word delayed in red letters. This was bad news. His plane was late. He had to wait for 3 more hours. Tom did not know what to do. 3 hours is a long time. He was bored. He walked to a small shop. He wanted to buy a coffee. He likes coffee very much. He ordered a black coffee and a sandwich. The coffee was very hot. It smelled very good. He paid for the coffee with his credit card. The woman at the shop smiled at him. He smiled back, but he was still sad. He took his coffee and walked away. He needed a place to sit, but the airport was very full. Every chair had a person or a bag on it. Tom walked for 10 minutes. He looked left, he looked right. Finally, he saw one empty seat near gate 45. He walked quickly to the seat. He sat down in the chair. It was a hard blue chair. It was not very comfortable, but he was happy to sit. He put his coffee on the small table. He put his bag on the floor between his feet. Next to him, there was an old man. The old man had white hair and a kind face. He was wearing a gray suit and a blue tie. The old man was reading a book. He looked very calm. Tom looked at his phone. He checked his emails. He had many emails from his boss. Tom did not like his boss. His boss was always angry. Tom felt stress in his stomach. He put his phone in his pocket. He sighed loudly. The old man closed his book. He looked at Tom. The old man smiled. He had a very nice smile. He spoke to Tom. He said, "Hello, young man. You look very tired. Is everything okay?" Tom was surprised. Usually, people at the airport do not talk to strangers. Everyone looks at their phones. Tom looked at the old man. He decided to answer. Tom said, "Hello. Yes, I am tired. My flight is late. I have to wait for 3 hours, and I have a lot of work to do." The old man nodded his head. He understood. He said, "Waiting is hard, but sometimes waiting is good. It gives us time to think." Tom drank some of his coffee. He thought about the old man's words. "Where are you going?" the old man asked. Tom said, "I am going to New York. I have a business meeting on Monday. It is a very important meeting." The old man asked, "Do you like your job?" This was a simple question, but it was a hard question for Tom. Tom thought for a moment. He looked at his shoes. He said, "It is a good job. I make good money. My parents are happy." The old man waited. He did not speak. Then Tom said, "But I am not happy. I do not like the work. It is boring. I want to do something else." The old man listened carefully. He did not look at his phone. He looked at Tom. He was a good listener. "What do you want to do?" the old man asked. Tom smiled a little. He said, "I love to cook. I want to be a chef. I want to open a small restaurant. I want to make food for people. When I cook, I am happy." Tom's eyes were bright when he talked about cooking. The old man laughed softly. He said, "That sounds wonderful. Food makes people happy. Why don't you do it? Why are you going to a business meeting?" Tom's face became sad again. He said, "I am afraid. It is risky. I need money." The old man put his hand on his knee. He looked very serious now. He said, "I will tell you a story. I was a banker for 40 years. I made a lot of money. I had a big house and a nice car. But I wanted to be a painter. I loved to paint pictures. But I was afraid, just like you. I did not paint. I worked at the bank every day. Now, I am old. I have money, but I do not have my art. I cannot go back in time. I missed my chance." Tom looked at the old man. He felt sad for him. The story was very powerful. It hit Tom in his heart. "Do not be like me," the old man said. "You are young. You have time. Money is important, yes, but happiness is more important. If you stay in a job you hate, you will wake up one day and you will be old and you will be sad." Tom felt his heart beating fast. He never thought about it like this. He always thought about safety. He always thought about money. He never thought about his time. Time is the most expensive thing in the world. You cannot buy more time. Tom looked at the airplanes outside. They were flying into the sky. They looked free. Tom wanted to be free too. Suddenly, a loud voice came from the speakers. "Attention, please. Flight 789 to New York is now boarding at Gate 45. This was Tom's flight. The waiting was over. People stood up. They took their bags. They stood in a line. Tom stood up too. He picked up his heavy suitcase. He looked at the old man. The old man opened his book again. Tom did not want to leave. He wanted to talk more. This conversation was very short, but it was very important. Tom felt different. He felt stronger. He knew what he had to do. Tom extended his hand. "Thank you," Tom said. "Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for your story." The old man shook Tom's hand. His hand was worn and strong. "You are welcome," the old man said. "Go to New York. Do your meeting. But remember my words. Do not wait too long. Life is a fast journey." Tom smiled. "I will remember," he said. "I promise." Tom walked to the gate. He gave his ticket to the lady. He walked onto the plane. He found his seat. It was near the window. He sat down and buckled his seatbelt. The plane started to move. It went faster and faster. Then it went up into the air. Tom looked down at the ground. The cars were very small. The houses were very small. The airport was small. Everything looked small from the sky. Tom thought about his problems. His problems felt small too. He thought about the restaurant. He could see it in his mind. He saw the tables. He smelled the food. He saw the happy customers. It was a beautiful dream. He took a notebook from his bag. He took a pen. He started to write. He did not write notes for his business meeting. He wrote a list. The title of the list was My New Life. Number 1, save money. Number 2, learn more recipes. Number 3, quit my job. Number 4, open a restaurant. Writing this list made him feel scary, but it also made him feel excited. He was smiling on the plane. The flight attendant came to him. "Chicken or pasta?" she asked. Tom smiled at her. "Pasta, please," he said. "I love food." He ate the pasta. It was not very good. He thought, "I can cook better pasta than this." The flight was 7 hours long. Usually, Tom sleeps on the plane, or he works on his laptop. But today, he did not sleep. He did not work for his boss. He planned his future. He thought about the name of his restaurant. He thought about the menu. He felt energy in his body. He was not tired anymore. The conversation with the old man woke him up. He was asleep for many years. Now he was awake. He realized that fear stops many people. Fear stops us from living. He did not want to live with fear. The plane landed in New York. It was nighttime. The city lights were very bright. Tom walked off the plane. He got a taxi to his hotel. The next day, he went to the meeting. He did a good job. He was professional. But in his head, he knew it was the last time. He knew he was finished with this life. He returned to London 3 days later. He went to his office. He walked to his boss's room. He was nervous. His hands were shaking a little bit. But he remembered the old man. He remembered the regret in the old man's eyes. Tom took a deep breath. He told his boss, "I quit." His boss was surprised. His boss was angry. But Tom was calm. He felt light. He felt like a bird. He left the office building. The sun was shining. The air was fresh. Tom walked down the street. He was unemployed. He had no job, but he was happy. He was free. He started to work in a kitchen the next week. The work was hard. The pay was low, but he learned every day. He cooked with passion. 2 years later, Tom opened his own place. It was a small restaurant. It had 10 tables. The walls were painted blue. The food was delicious. People loved his restaurant. One day, an old man walked in. It was the man from the airport. Tom ran to him. He hugged him. The old man was surprised. Tom gave him the best table. He cooked the best meal for him. They talked for hours. Tom said, "Thank you. You changed my life." The old man smiled and ate his food. He was happy too. This story teaches us a big lesson. We meet many people every day. Sometimes a stranger can give us the best advice. We must listen to people, and we must listen to our hearts. Tom was unhappy, but he changed his story. You can change your story too. Do not be afraid. Life is short. Do what you love. Talk to strangers. Be kind. And maybe one conversation will change your life too. Thank you for listening to the airport conversation that changed his life. I hope you enjoyed this story. Did you understand all the words? This story is about courage and change. Tom left his boring job to follow his dream. Now I have a question for you. What is your dream job? Please tell me in the comments below. I want to read your answers. If you like this episode, please like the video and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to English Flow Podcast for more easy English stories. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.